EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. 2nd and 6. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Ravens now at 2-5 to start play. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
19 Lions.
2nd and 3. Walker with a grab, left side. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Good. Right.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
These two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son. Right.
To throw is Fields. That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Here we go, son.
On first down, Arthur. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here we go.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Go.
Now Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
You got it. 11. Right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Arthur. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Here we go, son. Yep.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Fields now to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Here we go. Angel. Hey, Ken. Right.
They'll run on first down. Arthur. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Right.
Fields.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter route.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Second and 13.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
7-7, our score after one.
Score time 7-7.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, Arthur. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Here we go.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
2nd and 2. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 30 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Now it's Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
That is caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A 1st down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Down the left sideline. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Fields.
Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right.
There he goes, left side.
Now inside the 25.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers, 82 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go, Ty.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
To the air again, Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Fighting through pressure. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw here.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Second and 11.
In motion, the tight end.
19 tight. Ready.
Second and 11. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
18, Pioneer.
Back to throw again.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Buffalo 18. Hey, check that. Street. Hut.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw caught by Flowers. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
They'll drop to throw.
the 17-yard line.
That's complete right around the 8. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
Now they'll audible to something else.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Don't jump. Ready? Hey, 551. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Arthur.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son. Hey, can. Right.
Play action. It's Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Down the right sideline. He may go.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now they'll run on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Pushing his way through. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Fields now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, son.
They run the counter. Arthur. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage.
The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Come on, set. Go.
They'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game. Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive Looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this